Greetings and welcome to the special E for 5 holiday edition. This week we are going to be doing a Thanksgiving meal for a family, or if you're by yourself, it could be just for you with lots of leftovers. Before we show the video though, I did want to make some statements. Typically I would show you a receipt. For the purposes of this week and for our $15 budget, my receipt was misplaced by my 4-year-old daughter. I can assure you though, I spent no more than $15. A lot of the items I'm going to be talking about you see will be $1. The turkey itself that I used is under $8, which is a great find. What's important is that you're willing to shop around. ShopRite, Wegmans, Stop and Shop, Food Town, wherever your local food store is, they have a ton of deals right now because it's the holiday season. If you can't get to a store, that's okay. If you can't afford the $15 meal, that's okay too. Now more than ever, I do want to encourage you all that you can utilize your local food pantries. Those are essential to making sure everyone gets a meal. Please don't hesitate to ask for help. If you need to reach out to us for help as well, we are a phone call or an email away. This holiday season is especially difficult for many because of COVID. Some of you might not be able to see your loved ones, and some of you might have the opportunity to see them, but there's just not enough income right now to have a family meal that's usually larger in size. And that's okay. Next year, it's going to be better. But right now, we're going to get through this together. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you watch. There's nothing special about the recipes. A lot of these are boxed things. What's important here is that we did it under $15. And you too can have a $15 meal that is a holiday meal. Please, please, please make sure that you ask for help if you need it. If not, enjoy the video, and from our families to yours, happy Thanksgiving. This week, you're going to be using a split turkey breast, some crisp corn, some stuffing mix, any flavor you want, honey cornbread or Jiffy cornbread is fine too, your green beans that we used from another E for 5 left over, a jar of cranberry sauce, and 1 yam or sweet potato. Okay, so instead of getting a turkey, we all know we should not be socially gathering right now for Thanksgiving, and I know it's tough, but it's going to be great next year. I decided we don't need a big turkey, right? So we just need a turkey breast. So what I did is I purchased a split turkey breast. It's big enough. You're gonna season it and do everything you would a regular turkey. It's just gonna be a breast and it's gonna be delicious. It's a bone in. It's great, under $8. What? That's a great deal, right? You could definitely feed 2 to 4 people or you for 4 times over, which is exciting. So we're gonna talk about all the seasonings we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you how we prep it. So now that I have this pan, I'm gonna season our turkey, and I put some vegetables, some root vegetables inside as well. So as you can see, it's a really nice size. It has skin. I mean, you could really do a lot. The bone is in, so it's gonna be great, right? So we're gonna season it. We're gonna put some olive oil, some herbs, root vegetables, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do with the butter. Our seasoning for our turkey breast will include some extra virgin olive oil, some thyme, some rosemary, some sage. All of these are fresh. You can buy the dry ingredients. These happen to be on sale this week for $1 a pack, which is excellent because you can always use these as a pantry item. Then I'm gonna add half of an onion, a little carrot, a little celery stick, and some carrots in there. And then we're just gonna put salt and pepper. We're gonna stick it in the oven for 375, and we're gonna cook it until, we're gonna keep checking the temperature until we're sure that it's all done. So great breast, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that butter. As you can see, I put my onion, carrot, and celery in there with some olive oil, and now I'm gonna put my herbs on it. So when the herb packet comes, I mean, these are fresh herbs. Again, if you use bottled herbs, that's fine, but if you're doing fresh herbs, you're gonna take a couple of twigs, and this is, of course, your thyme, and then you can go from the top, starting from the top, and then just kind of peel it off like that and sprinkle it on, or you just throw the herb right in just that way. Either way is fine. I'm gonna do a little of both. Now with the rosemary, you can do both. You can take it off the stem or you could just put it on top, which is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Now what I've done is I've cut in pieces of butter. So underneath the skin, you're gonna open it up and then you're gonna stick the butter underneath the skin like so. And you're gonna cut holes and you're gonna do the same. And then you're gonna put some butter at the bottom of the pan. So watch and I'll show you. So I've made a dent in there and I'm just gonna slide my butter underneath the skin. Why am I doing that? Because it's gonna help retain the moisture, right? It's gonna make it juicier. You can also do butter that is seasoned. So if there's specialty butters you like that you purchase, that your family makes, go for it. So I stick it in there. I'm gonna make some other holes and I'm gonna put more in. We're all ready to go in the oven. Now remember, you're going to add a little water at the bottom of the pan just to make sure that it's cooking well. You're going to see all the juices, and every so often you put a little juice on top of your turkey breast. You're going to treat it just like you would if you were cooking a turkey. So a yam. I purchased one yam, 99 cents for a yam. It was a great buy, right? You don't have to have a whole yam per person. If you're feeding 2 people, you can actually make this and then give half to each person. If you want to do it with marshmallows and brown sugar, you can certainly do it. For the purposes of this, a little butter and salt and you're all good to go. Now, if you wanted to cut it and make sweet potato fries, you could and serve it that way. If you wanted to boil it and then mash it up and put a little butter and salt and pepper in it and make sweet potato mash, you could do that. Again, for the purposes of ours, I'm just going to bake it like as if I was baking a baked potato, and I'm going to have a yam instead. So delicious, simple, and easy. We can debate canned cranberry sauce or fresh cranberry sauce all day. It doesn't matter. I will be honest with you, this to me, whether it was the same price or not, I would choose this any day. So we're going with this. It's only 50 cents on sale. What a great buy. And this is the week to get this stuff, right? Because Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So do you guys remember our Eat for 5 with the pork and we did the green beans? I definitely saved some, right? Because I was only doing for a portion or 2. I have leftovers. I'm going to use them for Thanksgiving, right? Because you're freezing them. So nice, delicious, simple again. You're just going to saute them. We're not going to make green bean casserole. We're going to have to go there. We're just going to saute them. It's a quick little side dish for, again, multiple side dishes for our Thanksgiving meal. So at this point, we're sauteing our green beans. We added a little garlic, a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then we're all set. This is nice because you need a little crunch in a dish that has so many things that are soft. Turkey, gravy, sweet potato, right? Stuffing, all that stuff. So we need something like this. So again, really easy to do. In just a few minutes and then you're all set. With the corn, you just want to do a little butter, a little salt, and a little pepper, and you're pretty much done. You want to get it to a nice, it's still going to stay crispy. That's why the can that I purchased was crisp whole corn. If you like to cream corn, you can certainly do that. The can is the same price, but I think for, again, the crunch of the meal, like with the string beans, you definitely want to do the corn. Whether it's fresh stuffing or box stuffing, you could do so much. I like the box stuffing because we're having so many different components of our Thanksgiving meal this year for our Eat For special, right? So I took a turkey sausage. Now, I'm sorry, turkey stuffing. What I want to say is that you can add sausage, you can add apples and cranberries and make it your own. You could add broccoli and shredded cheese, which is what my mother does for Thanksgiving. You could do all kinds of things to it, entirely up to you, really. So now with our stuffing, I've decided I'm going to add some shredded cheese in here, and you can bake your stuffing. Again, you can add some apples, cranberries, whatever you'd like. I like to add cheese. We're going to add a little bit of broccoli. Why not? We have some leftovers from the other Eat For 5s, and it's going to be great. It's going to be nice and hearty, and it's going to be baked. So I just cooked it now to get it nice and moist, and now I'm going to put it in a pan and add some extras, and I'm going to bake it. So I'm just checking on my turkey. You can see it's getting nice and brown at the top. You can see my vegetables are cooking, right? I have my rosemary right there, and now this is the time where I'm going to pour some juices over it. And I'm going to stick it back in the oven. Okay, homemade gravy. Let's talk about it for a second. We are not making a full turkey. We're just making a turkey breast. So I don't know how much juice you're actually gonna get to make a gravy yourself. If you buy a jar, it's gonna cost more than our budget. However, Noir makes these little packets, right? It's a roasted turkey flavored gravy mix. Super easy to do. Again, if you wanted to buy a small can of mushrooms and throw it in, now you have a mushroom turkey gravy, you can do that. You can add components. For the purposes of, this was $1. Super cheap and easy. It's a great, right, to put over your turkey. You can put this on top of your stuffing as well. So you don't really need to buy the whole jar, especially because this is gonna feed, right, serving size 5 people. Really, if it says, you know, you wanted to do 5 people, you don't have to. So this is nice. You'll have some leftovers for the next day. Now, cornbread is great for Thanksgiving, and most people use Jiffy, 50 cents a box. I found the brand name that's excellent. I love this brand. For only $1 a box, it was on sale. Now, you could make cornbread from scratch, but the reality of it is it's going to cost you money for some ingredients. So, for the purposes of, and because we want a lot of quantity with our Thanksgiving meal, this was a great find. And at $1, you really can't beat it. It is a honey cornbread. You could add different things to it if you wanted to. I'm gonna make it in a cornbread format. As a muffin, also would be delicious. And you can use this as a substitute for a bread roll for dinner for Thanksgiving. You can certainly put this on the side instead. Take a look at how moist the cornbread is. That's because we used milk when we made it, and it smells delicious. I wish you could smell it, but it's literally falling apart. It is that good.